Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a basic unique VR environment in Unity. So let's open our test scene. So if you go Assets, ICVR, Scenes, and then double click on the test scene. As you can see, the test scene is very simple. It has like a plain sort of ground for you to be able to walk on. There is our avatar, there is some light, and there is a multiplayer beacon that you can use to enable multiplayer. So let's right click in the hierarchy and go 3D object, terrain. And here, let's go settings. Let's go a little bit down and let's make this terrain a little bit smaller because it's huge. Let's put 100, 100, and 100. Okay. Now let's go up a little bit and let's hit paint terrain. And here you have to choose paint texture. And now here you have to click edit terrain layers and add layer. So let's add some grass. And you can see that our terrain changed into grass. So let's add now one more, a few more textures. So let's add maybe water and maybe a layer of sand. And now let's swap to sand. And here, let's swap to no, let's not swap anything here. Let's keep paint texture. Now let's go a little bit down, and here you can choose the brush shape, and here you can also choose the brush size and opacity. So I want to kind of draw some like a path, or maybe I can put more opacity actually. Okay, now I can draw it a bit better. Let me just draw maybe a bit more opacity, maybe a little bit bigger this. And let's just draw something. Okay. We can change the layer, for example, to water. And maybe we can put some blue color here. Why not? Okay. And now let's, because our terrain at the moment is very flat, so it would be nice to put some shape on it. So let's go, let's change this to rise or lower terrain. And then again, you have to choose the brush size and opacity. That's all right, maybe less opacity. Now you can see if I click, I can sort of shape the terrain. I can rise it. Maybe slightly smaller. Okay, let me just rise this terrain along this path. And let's make a little things here. Okay, maybe that's enough. Let's remove our initial plane. And also I would recommend you to take our terrain and basically move it a little bit below the avatar so you won't fall through it. Let me just do that. Okay, I think avatar is now above the ground. Oh, let's do like that. Okay, I'm gonna hit play to test it. Okay, it's all good. And you can see I can already walk around this beautiful terrain that I just did. So I'm walking around this path. Here is a bit of water. Obviously, if you jump down, you're gonna fall. But then you will reset to the previous place. So that's great. Okay, I think it will be nice to have a better sky. So let's go to lighting tab and let's switch to environment. And here in a skybox material, you can choose your skybox. I would recommend you to find a very nice skybox that is already inside ICVR framework. It's called Optimistic Skybox. So if you type Optimistic, you should be able to find it right here. So I'm going to click on it, and now we can see that we have a nice skybox all around our terrain. So let's hit play. And it already looks much better with this beautiful sky. Okay. Our terrain looks a little bit empty. So I think it would be a good idea to add maybe some buildings, maybe some other components. So let's go to Asset Store. Okay, let's go to Asset Store. Make sure you log into your profile. And now let's look for some buildings. So I'm gonna type building. And obviously we don't really want to pay for anything, so let's hit free assets. And now let's get some building. Let's take that old building. That looks pretty cool. Let's open in Unity. Download. Okay, and now import. Import. And now if we go to asset folder, we should have a new folder with the building. And here it is. Let's change the scene. Let's go to the old building folder. And here we have a prefab folder where we have our building. So we can just simply drag and drop it here. We need to fix the material. So you go edit, render pipeline, universal render pipeline, and upgrade project materials to universal render pipeline materials, and hit proceed. And now you can see that our building is already in the scene. So the building is a little bit above the ground. So let's position it correctly. Maybe let's choose a more flat area. Okay, let's hit play and see how that works. Here is our building. Yeah, it looks alright. We can sort of walk around and see how it looks like. Yeah, it casts the shadows. Really nice. Let's go inside. Oh, but we can still see that there is no collider. So let's add the collider. Let's find our old building in the hierarchy. We can see that you can open like a drop-down menu, and the old building is actually built of two components. Of the base and of that box. So you will need to put the mesh collider on each one of them. So box, add component, mesh collider. Now swap to object for the base, add component, mesh collider. And now let's test the game again. Hit play. Let's walk to our building. Oh, and now we can see that we can no longer go against the walls. So it's all working. Excellent. Okay, so you've just learned how to build a unique VR environment in Unity using terrain tools, and you've also learned how to bring objects to your scene and how to place them, how to implement them properly, like we did with this building. In the next video, I'm going to show you how we can implement some interactive objects into the scene. So see you in the next video.